Welcome to Trapping Inc. I'm Rich Mellon.
And I'm Sandy. And today we're bringing you a show about mink, or minks.
Well, is it mink or minks?
I don't know. I certainly can't profess to tell you whether it's mink or minks, but I know they're number 2 on the list.
No, marten are worth more and fish are worth more, and I like catching lynx more. Mink or minks are not number 2. What list are we talking about?
We're talking about the list where diamonds are on top and minks are second.
Oh, the lady list.
The lady list.
Okay.
Not the trapper list, the lady list.
We have immense amount of water on our trap line. If you watch of the show, you know that. And so it's just natural that we have mink, but we've never really focused on them before this year.
No, we have not.
And all of a sudden, the population exploded. Why? I have no idea. But we actually did some traditional trapping for mink this year. Not what you're going to consider traditional down in the lower southern U.S. and that, because by the time mink season opens here, everything's frozen solid. It's a little bit different, but it's going to be as traditional as we get here.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be a fun show to watch, and we had lots of fun bringing it to you.
Welcome to Year of the Mink. Trapping is the cornerstone that Canada was built on. Brave and sometimes crazy men and women, fueled by the lucrative fur trade, explored and mapped our great nation. Hundreds of years have passed since then, but trapping still remains vibrant, strong, and steeped in the ancient traditions. The fur bearers still follow the old paths and live as dictated by thousands of years of instinct. Fur only gets prime in the harsh temperatures of winter, and trappers must respect and prepare for the weather. Trapping's past is firmly rooted in history, but today, the gear and techniques have changed. Canada is still known for the best wild fur in the world, and today our pelts are sold on the global market. Our community is large, and our numbers are growing. We are trappers. This is what we do, and where we belong. Join us in our adventures. Welcome to Trapping Inc., the face of today's trapper. Well, this is fun to see right where you go to unload. I would call it a mink. Got tiny little feet. Went over and checked out the yeah, you can tell, especially where he's going through here. You see he's not getting the distance that a marten gets. And you see how his hind feet land together? It's he is more straight ahead, where a marten is more of a lope, and their hind feet are offset. But he checked all this out. Well, let's get unloaded. Trapping Inc. is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Old Smokes Coffee, crafted coffee for the courageous. Get your favorite brew online at oldsmokescoffee.com. Halford's, unique beyond compare. In store or online, we have all your trapping needs. Find us online at halfordsmailorder.com. Range Road Enterprises. See our full line of firewood processors, wood splitters, sawmills, and more online at range-road.ca. Carl's Ice Sport Optics. It's not just a rifle scope, it's a relationship for life. See the new V4 models online at gentech-intl.com.
You can keep up with all the action at trappinginc.com or join our Facebook and YouTube sites.
Got a stinky little one right here. Got a set of mink box here. This is really narrow spot here, and the creek flows through. So otter comes through here all the time, and mink comes through here all the time, and
Pretty much everything comes through here all the time.
Are you just being smarmy?
No, I'm not. They do. Just about everything comes through here. We've had kitty cats through here and everything.
Oh, did that flatten him? Did that flatten? And is he ever a big one too? Whew. Look at the size of that mink.
Wow.
That is a mink.
I'm going to zoom in on him there. Wow.
Look at the size of him.
Well, he's a granddaddy.
That is a granddaddy, is right. That is a monster. It would take 3 or 4 of the minks that I've caught this year to make him.
Wow.
Like, he's huge. This thing is nasty. Oh, look at it.
Oh, it smells bad too. Even all the way over here, it smells bad.
As long as I got meat in the box, they won't eat my fur, I hope.
Oh, I just seen another little shrew run out. Boy, we've seen a bunch of those today.
Yeah, they get
So
to be
strange, eh?
they get to be really, really bad. They get used to being around the meat and everything, and
I'm gonna toss this to you so you don't have to run back
Okay.
and forth. But
toss. There we go. Now I'm not using any lure. I don't know if a particular company makes a mink lure. I have no idea. All I'm doing is it's kind of like a trail set, because this is a narrow. Literally, this from this area from where from me to Sandy is the only place where this water runs through. So you can see there's otter tracks through here. There's mink tracks. This is a funnel point. It's just like white-tailed deer hunting. It's a classic funnel point, and I just take and set a box right here at the edge of the cattails. I mean, he's going to be going through there. It's as simple as that. So it's kind of like you guys down south when you're working in the water and that for mink, you do a bottom edge set or a top edge set. Well, this is this is just using the funnel point. I'm right on the edge of the cattail, and I know that every mink that comes through here is going to go right by here, right?
yeah.
That's why we also, when we set our mink boxes, we set them on the center of a beaver dam. All beaver dams leak. That's why mink and otter come to them. So we set them on the center of it where they can hear that running water, because that's going to be the focal point. That's what's going to bring them in.
Well, look what we have there.
I don't know what it is with mink climbing trees this year. Holy cow.
Yeah. I'll get out and come have a look. What happened?
He got chewed on by the was just starting on him here, the shrews. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Look at, see here?
Yeah.
And then sometimes they'll eat their way right in, but see, all his fur has gone right there in that little spot.
Yeah.
And that's a spot that was touching right here. He was laying like this.
Yeah.
And it's astounding, but the rest of them's okay. See, and he should have fell out that way. You know,
Yeah.
you best laid plans of mice and men, right?
Yeah.
But there was more than one of them, or somebody came after, or
Yeah.
because
The
my
bait's gone and the screen's
screen
gone.
is gone. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh God, I have to go get another muskrat.
Oh God. Yeah.
And now for Halford's Trapper's Tip of the Week.
Well, today's tech tip has me down on my knees, and I'm going to talk about rams, power rams for snaring. If they are legal in your area, there is nothing more lethal than the power ram. In the final analysis, this is the big one, this is the wolf ram. This big ram is nothing more than a spring, a kill spring. And when it's fully extended after the snare has gone off, you can see how much pressure it is putting on that little snare. But here's the problem that we all have. Newcomers especially are really uncomfortable with setting them, because when you try and compress this spring, it wants to squirm around on you, wants to kick out. You don't want to lose teeth, and you don't want to get hit in the leg or wherever. or worse spots. This tool here, I found in the store, and it takes care of that. It has a bridge on it so that this doesn't take it sink in. Your eyelet goes in here so that the ram doesn't twist back and forth as you're loading it. And these two fingers here take and hold your safety catch up for you. So it's really simple. You just shove it in just like that. Have your safety catch. Have your foot, of course, on it right here. Keep your knee and leg out in front here. If I screw up and let go, I'm just going to lose height off my leg. I'm not going to get hit in the teeth. Push down, set your catch. Done, safe as can be. Now, I don't know how long you would continue to use this. Maybe after a couple hundred times, you'd feel enough control and comfort without it. But until that point, she is a great way to safely learn how to set up your rams.
That was Halford's Trapper's Tip of the Week.
Ooh. Look at that. Huh?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That's just so wrong, isn't it? It's even worse from the underside of the screen because it's oozing through. That's how close those muskrats are to being just pure liquid. Mm-hmm. Ooh, best bait ever.
Ooh.
Hey. Come on now. Come on now. What are you doing?
It's chilly out there.
Oh, you think I'm starting a fire?
Yeah.
It was so hot last night. I had the window open in December. And you think I'm starting a fire?
Yes.
No.
Please.
No.
Oh.
Coffee's on.
Okay.
They've been getting under there.
There's something with some big footprints down here.
Probably some lynx, maybe some wolves. We're getting in and out down there. It's a good spot.
They can smell open water, can't they?
Oh, I swear they can. And here's what we're just gonna do. We've got ourselves a muskrat in there. Mm-hmm. And then we're just going to set a 220, which is certified for otter, 220 Belial are. Mm-hmm. We're going to set it at both ends.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, like they don't lure worth a dang for me usually, but maybe the fact that he can see through will change his mind. I don't know. Should get us a mink too. I don't know whether that'll do anything for an otter, but I'm pretty sure it'll work for a mink when they come along.
Very cool.
Well, that is exactly what I set that box there for. I can't get away with this in too many places, but I can do it on this one because the overflow doesn't get to be too dang much, right? There he is. He was feasting good, let me tell you. Look at the blood on him. What's left of the, not much left of the muskrat back in there. Boy, was he ever in there. He got contorted right in a circle. There's been a lot of mice and everything. See them where the shrews and the mice have been going? So I don't know whether I should maybe set it up some and see what I can do, but I'll get me a There's a mink right here at this beaver dam. And of course, always when I'm crossing here, there's always mink tracks, and this is about as much as I get to target them, because I don't get to go into the water or anything after them, right? I'll probably pop that up and just to move it around a bit, just so the mice aren't quite so familiar with it. All right, I just popped it up here so that it's not quite down on the ground. I mean, I'm sure the mice will still be able to get in and no problem and all that. I just kind of like the option of the mink when I catch it not being damaged. This one hasn't been damaged, which is really fortunate, but we'll take and get him into the bag and head down the road. Trapping Inc. is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Old Smokes Coffee, crafted coffee for the courageous. Get your favorite brew online at oldsmokescoffee.com. Argo, go anywhere. Argo Extreme Terrain vehicles conquer any season, any terrain. Join us online at argoxtv.com. Midland Radio, communication for every adventure. Find the all-new X-Talker online at gentech-intl.com. Alberta Outdoorsman Magazine, Alberta's only hunting, fishing, and trapping magazine. Online at albertaoutdoorsman.ca.
You can keep up with all the action at trappinginc.com or join our Facebook and YouTube sites.
We've had both mink and otter here.
Yeah.
Look at the otter.
Yeah.
A pair of them, huh?
Big flat tires.
Three of them. Three of them.
Yeah.
See? And there's a coyote track on top of them. But there's another mink. See, everybody goes close to this corner right here, so this is right where I'm going to put it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you didn't put a muskrat in here yet. Dan, you're supposed to put muskrats in.
Rich, no, I'm not.
Come on! Ooh. I'm feeling like a girl doing this.
Hey, now.
I know, girls are too smart to do it, right?
That would be what I would say.
Ooh. Get down and twist her onto these willows. Nice and solid. Anchored here. These are all just temporary, so I don't bother with quick releases or anything else. I probably, if I get one mink here, I'll probably pull the box. But every one of these creeks has got mink on it. Beautiful creek valley. And here is another box with a pair of 220s in it. And this is massive overkill for, for a little mink. But, oh yeah, wasn't caught that long ago either. It's nice, still nice and warm. The 220 is a monster for that little mink, but there's a lot of otter here too, and the 220 is certified for otter, so I thought that, give it a chance. But I don't know, otter will walk right by these. Like, you can see that I have muskrat inside them, and beaver meat and all that kind of stuff, and otter will walk right by these. They won't go in them, won't even look sideways, so I don't know. I don't think my otter around here eat anything but fish or frogs or something, but this is getting crazy. I have never caught so many mink ever before. Oh, look at that. I was going to say something's been damaging it, but what it is, it's sawdust. You can see where the squirrel is busy working on this. Is there any bait left in there? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Getting a little bit skeletized. It was something to have one mink climb up to a box in the winter, but my mink being caught in the box 4 or 5 feet off the ground far exceed what I'm doing in the traditional spots. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know if it's Sandy thinks it might be the one lure that I make with the gator oil, or it might be
It might be the muskrats in the box, but it's not the first year I've used muskrats in the box. Well, this is the way it goes. It's so hilarious, but there's a creek right there. I have 2 mink boxes sitting on the ice on that creek. This box here is supposed to be catching marten, but this is the second mink it's caught now this year. And he's just about got to be going right by the 2 mink boxes. I know he does. Look at that. He's a pretty healthy one. Not as big as that one I caught earlier, but he is pretty healthy. A little bit of muskrat up in there. Some muskrat tail down there. Yeah, he's a pretty good mink, man. Male. What a year for mink. Holy. I cannot believe how many mink I've caught.
Man, these winter mink, you take a look at how white that leather is, how heavy it is. Just remember when we're doing up our fur to cut out this viewing window here, that's how they grade how heavy the fur is on the mink. I have no idea where all the mink came from. We sure enjoyed trapping them though. Caught more of them actually in marten boxes than we did on the beaver dams. But I sure hope there's much more again next year. Hope you had as much fun today as we had bringing it to you. And maybe we'll see you out in the line.